Number from 1 to 3. And I'm going to get our privacy setting on YouTube so that people can see this as well. So, numero trace. Yeah, it's been a little while since we've seen this, so we'll talk about the key rookies and stuff like that. And here we go. 3 hits per box. All right, just like any Topps Jumbo box done in the last, I don't know how many years. Since what, 2010? 1 autograph and 2 memorabilia per box. Or I'm sorry, 2 relic cards per box. One's usually a game-worn piece, and the other one is a manufactured piece of some sort. Brandon Drury, Nolan Arenado, Aaron Judge, and we got Francisco Mejia, rookie. Hopefully he has a little bit better luck staying healthy next year. Lucas Sims for the Braves. Watch, as soon as I turn the pile over, they're going to start flipping the other way again. Willie Calhoun, notable enough. We'll leave that there. Jose Canseco, we just pulled a nice 1 of 1 of his the other day. Like 10 minutes ago. Jay Bruce, 1558 out of 2018. Mookie Betts, Cameron Rupp, Rainbow, Javier Baez with a throwback. Victor Robles, possibly the most underrated rookie card of 2018. He spent most of the season injured. He is super young. There's Verdugo. There's another one. I think a lot of the rookies in this set are underrated. These are definite holds, in my opinion. Give them a few years and see where they end up. If you think they're PSA tenable, give it a shot. Real Muto, Kimbrel, Andrew Miller, Mike Trout. All right, was card number 300 in 2020. He's going to be card number 1 as voted by the fans. Aaron Judge won it for 2018, and Ronald Acuna won it for 2019. So Topps has been letting the fans vote on that the last few years. Zach Granite on that very powerful Minnesota team that got just a little more powerful. If Josh Donaldson can stay healthy for even 2 of the next 4 years, I think that contract's going to end up being worth it. Dominic Smith. All right, another guy might be slightly overlooked in that Mets team. But it is hard to find a place for him right now. Strasburg signing that huge contract just the other month. Matt Carpenter, Dexter Fowler, Freddie Freeman, Jose Perella, Miguel Cabrera on a throwback. Sorry, VJ. I know you're an Astros fan, but yeah, it's not all smiles for 2018 Houston. But maybe today was the first step towards a feel-good story for Houston. Dusty Baker, hired today as manager for the Astros. 1-year deal with a club option. So he's not the long-term solution there. You never know. Maybe they go back to Hinch. Hinch actually didn't like the trash can thing going on. He was supposedly very against it. And I don't know why he didn't take control. Sorry. It's VJ's box. Bueller. You know, in a few years, if he's still pitching well for the Dodgers, remember what happened to Clayton Kershaw's rookies come 2014, 2015. I know my store was open when it happened. Clayton Kershaw is the reason why I stopped putting price tags on cards. Out of nowhere, his stuff just skyrocketed, and I got picked clean of a lot of Clayton Kershaw rookies for very little money. So now you know, don't put price tags on your cards unless you are updating them very frequently. All right, we got our first hit on hand here. I think if Dusty Baker wins the World Series, maybe the fans won't actually forgive the Astros, but I mean, unless they're in Houston, they've already forgiven them there, right? But maybe it'll be harder for people to root against them come October, assuming their team is gone. You know, like Mets fans like me. All right. I think there's a little confusion here by Topps. Usually there's one manufactured and one game-worn relic. Now, you see there's two skinny cards there. Two skinny fat cards, right? They're not the regular point size. But for hits, they're skinny. I wonder what that's all about. Rhys Hoskins rookie. That's going to get a little 1 cent love. This is a very underrated set. Series 1, 2018. Austin Hayes. So, does that mean you're not going to get a manufactured relic? I don't know. Well, here's the first one, and you'll appreciate it. George Springer. Major League material. Astros. So there you go. You got another Astros hit today. We'll get that top loaded later. Got Joe Mauer. I guess that's his retirement card, right? I think that was his final season. Dozier. J.P. Crawford. I don't know. I don't think he's panning out. I think the Phillies were right to send him packing. Tulo, Rendon. It's going to be weird not seeing him in a Nationals uniform. There's Chris Sale. Manny Machado. Look at how many of these guys are either not on the same team or not even playing anymore. Ryan Braun is playing, but is contemplating retiring at the end of the season, from my understanding. Some of these guys have even left these teams, played somewhere else, and come back. This set's only 2 years old, barely. Chance Cisco. Wonder if he's going to get another chance to do well. Craig Biggio. Adam Jones. Ian Happ. And we got another relic. Look at that. Usually you don't see two of them in the same box. I mean, unless one of them's got an autograph on it. Numbered 4 out of 15. That might be one you might want to throw up for sale. 4 out of 15. Chris Sale for the Red Sox. Do I think the Ozzie Smith 1 of 1 is worth grading? I'd have to take a closer look at it. So with those Topps buyback cards, a lot of times they're not in perfect condition. They'll have like a ding here or there. Especially they're rattling around in a mag. I can't stand cards in mags. Sorry for those who love them, but they drive me a little crazy. It's gonna scratch the surface and yada yada yada. But that's how they put them in there. So my honest opinion, I wouldn't grade it, especially since it is known to be a buyback. Usually it's just you're better off leaving it in the case. But here's the thing. If you're not going to sell that card, if you're in love with that card and you're going to keep that card and you like to have cards slabbed up, nothing's stopping you. I got a card I graded that didn't really need to be. It graded nicely though. I think it was a Gem Plus. I ain't selling it, but I just wanted a slab. It was a high-end card, and I thought it would look nice in the holder. I know, it's kind of stupid of me, right? No, lots of people do it. Got a little advertisement there. We'll just throw that out. So that's up to you. If I think it will grade well, I can take a look at it a little later, like tomorrow, and get back to you. I know I'm not going to be able to do any submissions until the National, most likely. Something changes, I'll let y'all know, but I think it's going to be a while. So Mike Moustakas, big sign for the Reds, and he was actually going to be a second baseman for them, which I found kind of odd because I mean he is 6 foot 215 pounds. He's built more like a third baseman, but they're going to put him there. Only thing is Eugenio Suarez, the Reds' third baseman, who had an awesome second half, injured himself in the family swimming pool. Gotta love those off-season injuries. At least he wasn't chasing a wild boar or getting chased by a wild boar or whatever happened. That's really boring for Mets fans to hear about Yoenis Cespedes. Um, J.D. Davis, kind of underrated too, by the way. Ryan McMahon too. Personally, I wouldn't grade it then. You will not make the money back on the card unless you did PSA. You could get away with PSA grading it. It won't add enough. So we got Aaron Nola with the short print. Philly. Give that a little 1 cent love and then some. So yeah, my personal advice, I wouldn't grade it. First of all, it's a buyback product. All right. The same people who would say printing plates are not one of ones would say that's not really a one of one. That's a card that, even though it's a short print, it's a card that had mass production and they put a stamp on it because it's a buyback. So I disagree. If there's only one card like it, even if they only do one card like it a year, I don't care. It's a one of one. It's one of a kind. That'd be a cool card to get signed, and even if you did get it signed, it wouldn't have that stamp on it. But as far as perception being the reality, there's a lot of people who think one of ones shouldn't even be graded. And I'm kind of torn on that one. I think it depends on the one of one card. I think there's some one of ones you have to grade. And if you can get a gem mint on a one of one, then you might as well. But, especially key rookies, first Bowmans, all right. Topps Chrome rookie, Bowman Chrome rookie. There's some stuff out there that I would say, yeah, if it's a one of one graded. I've graded a couple. But then there's other ones that it's like, no, I'm not going to get that graded. We're just going to leave it as is. It's a one of one. If somebody else wants to do it, fine, but just on with the show. Carlos Correa, 918 out of 2018. We'll give that a little 1 cent love. Nolan Arenado, Wilson Contreras. He was the talk of trade rumors. Buster Posey. Although those Bryce Harper ones might be gaining some strength. It took what? 4 years? 5 years? Jack Flaherty is an underrated one too for pitching. As far as rookie cards go. For them to figure out his grievance as far as his playing time goes. Well, just like the entire Houston Astros team were given the benefit of the doubt by Major League Baseball, no one was punished because all they all had to do was play dumb and say no one ever told them it was wrong. I mean, they could have heard it in the media, but they needed to hear it from the team. Right? Well, same thing goes for the owners. They can play dumb too. So, no, we weren't manipulating his playing time. It just so happens we decided to call him up one day short of him getting a full qualifying year. It's just a coincidence. So, yeah, they get away with it. I don't necessarily say it's right, but if it's, 172 days or something like that, it's 172 days. If I am a fan, I want my guy playing for me as long as possible. And if you look at the contracts a lot of teams are doing nowadays, they're giving these guys extension deals just so they don't have to go through the trouble of arbitration and all that stuff. It's actually could be worse for the player. Miguel Andujar, he'll be back this year. Brian Anderson's kind of a sleeper. He's the type of guy. I mean, he plays on a terrible team, so that doesn't help him any. Clint Frazier, all right, he had a decent year too. Maybe he ends up somewhere where he gets some more PT. Lucas Sims. But some of these guys are almost selling themselves short by doing these contracts. They're guaranteeing themselves millions of dollars. All right. What if they flame out? They don't end up good enough. You know, all that stuff. Well, that's the risk they're taking. Or maybe they're going to be good. And they've left some money on the table. Now, for me, you know, you take a look at, what was it, Brandon Lowe's contract. 4 years, like, I think it was like, man, I don't even remember how much it was. It's definitely more than the league minimum. Basically, they're buying out his arbitration time and all that stuff, and they're extending his contract and giving him some money. If he ends up flaming out, the team loses money, but it's not the worst hit that they could take. I mean, look at all the free agent signings the Rockies did within the last few years. That's why they didn't do any this year. They burned a lot of cash. And it's a lot of it's still sitting there. So, yeah, maybe Arenado's upset, but you can look at 5 guys on that team that are basically the reason why there's no more spending going on. And there's Harrison Bader. I think that's a good one, too. Joe Panic, who spent some time with the Mets. Chris Davis, Freddie Freeman, Jose Ramirez. We're getting to see some repeats here. So, you know, it's all a game. But would you rather have a definite 20, 30, 40 million dollars, and if stuff don't work out, hey, you don't have to be working in a grocery store or something like that afterwards? Or would you rather keep going through your arbitration years and maybe be one of the very few to land those 9-figure contracts? As for me, I'll take the guarantee. Totally will take the guarantee. Oh, that is awesome. That is the card. That is the, well, I don't know. The Chris Sale's cool too. All right, we got a cool card coming up. Hey, what's going on, Scott? Doing a personal break right now. There's another Mejia rookie, another Lucas Sims rookie, Ryan Healy, Stanton, Maeda, and there we go. We got Max Scherzer. And this one is numbered. It's numbered 13 out of 99. 13 out of 99. Where'd those thick sleeves go? I know I had one more. There it is. So we got a short print. We got our 3 hits. Could there possibly be anything else worth looking at? Well, we're going to find out in just a hot second, aren't we? I think it is. You can agree or disagree. Let me know what you think. But I think this is a cool card coming up. Again, I am one who values the rookie card. So, it's not always about hits. Not always. Hits are nice. Depends on what you're opening. Rafael Devers. Ozzy Albies. There's a couple rookies. Again, this is a very underrated series, if you ask me. Willie Calhoun. There's Stanton again. Check that out. Ozzy Albies, black. 4 out of 67. 4 out of 67. That is a cool card right there. It doesn't have to be a hit to be good. Even though we did hit a good hit. So Ozzy Albies, numbered to 67. Got Rosario and another Rosario. And somebody not named Rosario. Bueller. CC. So let's recap what we had in this box. I think it was a pretty solid box here. So we got Albies to 67. Scherzer to 99. Nola is our short print. George Springer, the relic. And numbered to 15, Chris Sale, our autograph. That's not a bad box for 89 bucks, right? I got more. I should put them to 99. I think this makes more sense. Anyways, I think there's a lot of underrated rookies in here. The type that maybe it takes a little while longer for them to catch on in value, but I think that's going to go better than 130. Absolutely. All right, so there you go. Thank you, VJ. So anybody else got any requests for me? Again, I put a little cryptic something on the Marc-Down page, and maybe I'll post it in the other spots as well. 0 hour is here. So we've reset the board. All right, there is no breaks up on the board right now other than personals. Thank you. No breaks on the board right now other than personals. What does that mean? Sometimes, you need to clear your head, clear things, just start fresh. There's nothing worse than that not so fresh feeling. It could be taken a few different ways. But so that's what we're going to do. We're going to hit the reset button, and there is plenty of fun coming up in February. That's for surely. If anybody needs anything right now, personals work, right? And then probably tomorrow. I was on the verge of posting something for today, but I think we're just gonna leave it all for tomorrow. I'm gonna still do I think some prep work around it, but we are gonna have some stuff going on. And again, we're trying to get things going back at a pace like they were going a couple years ago. January of 2018, when this set came out, we were really rocking it. And, you know, shit happens. But it's not an excuse to keep going forward. And I feel like clearing the board out completely is just going to be a mental thing for me to reset myself. Because there's been things that have just been ticking me off lately, and it ain't anybody's fault. And I still want to come out here and do what I got to do with a smile on my face and, you know, pull you guys cool stuff. Um, Try to entertain you while I'm doing it. And so that's what I'm doing. We're starting fresh. All right. So as of right now, nothing's filling, but tomorrow is going to be a different story. Basketball is going to post tomorrow. So here's your sneak preview. We have a basketball break that's going to go up. We're going to continue doing the same format that we've done for the last few. We're going to start as a random team break. We're going to get it to 15. We're going to see if there's still interest. We pulled teeth just to get to 15. If it's not stalled, then we'll keep going. But minimum is 15 on the random team side. Then we're going to randomize the teams, and anything that I get stuck with, we'll pick your team, price it out. Revolution Basketball and Crown Royale will be in the lineup. It's going to be a 6-box mixer. We have a wrestling break that's going to be posting. 2 baseball breaks. Working on putting together something for football. Well, that's one of my 0-hour frustrations is football. But limited, we're actually looks like limited. We're gonna get 2 cases, so I guess that's not terrible. But yes, tomorrow. So usually I wait until at least 12 Eastern time to make break posts. Maybe sometimes a little bit earlier, but usually I'm waiting until like somewhere between noon and 3. That way everybody on the West Coast has the same opportunity as those on the East Coast, because 9 o'clock, some people are just heading into work and they haven't started looking at the page yet. So yes, tomorrow we will be posting 4 breaks. There's actually 7 that I have like pretty much planned out, and then 3 others that could be possible. So I got an order to put in tomorrow, and I'm gonna see by like noon or 1 o'clock what everything looks like, and I'll put that order in. Once I have boxes confirmed, then we'll see what we can do. So the dog's got to go out. So does anybody have anything for me while I let her out? Nixie. Again, if you got anything for me, let me know now. And we will look to be ripping you a new one tomorrow. So, okay, tags don't always work on the page, but I'll try to get you, I'll try to at least message you the link. So, Facebook has been very glitchy with pages lately. And they don't really care about answering when you put in a request for, I don't know, work order or whatever you want to call it. My page is broken. No, I don't care. Okay, so then I'll stop paying you hundreds of dollars a month in advertising. Still don't care. If you can't get them to care after that, then obviously they're not going to do shit about it. Anyways, see, this is why I need 0 hour, because I'm grumpy. A little bit. All right. So again, 4 breaks planned for tomorrow. Probably going to be basketball, wrestling, the Topps Jambalaya. All right, which is going to be kind of split. So it's going to have 2019 product, and it's also going to have 3 boxes of 2020. If that sells out completely before the 2020 boxes come in, we will do 2 separate broadcasts for the break. We'll do the 2019 Series 1, Series 2 Update Series box, and then when the other 3 boxes come in, we'll do it that way. Otherwise, we'll do it all at once. Honestly, I think it would be better split up. I mean, 3 jumbo boxes or 6 jumbo boxes. What do you want to sit through in one shot, right? I have a feeling we'll be doing some personals of 2020 Series 1 as well. So, all right. Anybody else got anything for me? Otherwise, I will be sorting for the next like 2 hours. And then I'll probably take a pit stop and go to bed around 3:30, wake up, do some packages, and post some breaks. All right? The exciting life of a full-time breaker. So I know I got a jam-packed afternoon. I got kids going to dance. I got Lexi's got a basketball game, and Ellie's got the late night softball practice. So if we do Friday night breaks, which is possible, check out the post tomorrow. Very possible. All right, if we got something going for Friday night breaks, it's probably going to be at around 11:15, 11:30 Eastern time. Just because we don't get back from softball practice until about 11. So that's we got like another month or 2 of that. And then it'll be outdoor practices, and then Friday night breaks can happen at an earlier time, unless they got a night game. Oh, night games under the lights. Oh, man. Pitchers and catchers reporting is a big deal to me. But as a coach over the last few years, um, the girls getting to be outdoors and doing some Friday night friendlies, I'm missing that right now. So, all right. Well, I think that's it. Again, last call. Anybody got anything for me? Otherwise, I'm just going to get to work, catch up on some. I'm almost caught up on Raw. I think the kids wanted to see the after Royal Rumble Raw, so maybe I'll just catch up on my SmackDowns. So that's all I got for now. We'll We'll have plenty more tomorrow. Take it easy.